As a fully immersed prepper, the idea is to be prepared for as many scenarios of emergency or disaster as possible, such as natural disaster occurrences like a fire or a tornado, or more personal situations like a home invasion, or even situations that the media would have you believe would never happen, such as civil war or global collapse. As a prepper, it may have crossed your mind that you might need body armor, especially now with so much civil unrest. So today, we'll be discussing some points you may want to consider before you make this kind of a purchase. Now let's go ahead and get started in somewhat of an order. Number 1, ask yourself, do you really need it? And I mean literally, do you really need it? Or do you just think that you do? Or do you just want it? Because this can get to be a very expensive investment, just like when you're buying firearms and ammo. Another thing to consider is that if you plan to purchase body armor and wear it regularly and find yourself in a situation where you need to draw your weapon, it could be argued by the district attorney that it was premeditated on your end because you planned for the situation by wearing armor. Remember, a DA is just another politician looking to put notches in his belt. Then again, perhaps you work or live in a very rough area where you actually fear being shot. And maybe you just want some armor sitting at home or in the car, just in case it's needed. It could be that you just want a vest for when you go hunting or to the shooting range to protect against the possibility of a mishap. Maybe rioting and civil unrest found its way to your doorstep. Or maybe you're just thinking there's a chance of home invasion while you're in bed and you want to be able to throw a vest on. Modern armor isn't indestructible, but it does work, and it can save your life. So ask yourself, do you really need it? Number 2, what exactly do I need? Okay, so you've decided that you do in fact need armor for yourself and perhaps other family members as well. Now you have to ask yourself, exactly what kind of armor do I need? There are several different types of armor for a variety of different uses. You may just want knife protection, and there are several types of clothing options for this that are made with Kevlar and other materials designed for people who work with sharp instruments or power tools that may be a good option for you. Are you trying to wear concealable armor? Does it matter to you if the armor is heavy and obvious looking? Maybe you want something that will stop fragmentation or standard pistol ammo, or perhaps something heavier that will stop a rifle. Decide exactly what you need the armor for before you just run out and buy something. As already alluded to in the previous point, there are different types of armor for a variety of purposes. Stab and slash resistant, like the type worn by people who work with industrial tools or sharp knives, as well as people in correctional facilities. There is ballistic resistant armor that protects against firearms, and then there is armor that provides a combination of the two. You need to research this in depth and decide what's best for your purposes. Number 3, what level do I choose? Right here I'll be showing some basic charts so that you can see the various levels and the suggested stopping power that goes with them. This is information you can easily look up on the internet. But more to the point on this topic, it is generally suggested that you choose a level of armor that is at least able to stop whatever weapon you typically carry. The idea is that if you were to lose control of your weapon and it was turned on you, that your own weapon wouldn't take you out. I would suggest that you would want something that could do at least a little better than that, because, well, you just never know what you'll be facing. Number 4, how much comfort am I willing to give up? In a nutshell, wearing armor does take some getting used to, because it is uncomfortable, and you're going to have to tough it out until you get used to it. First of all, they're hot. They will trap heat, and this is a major factor to consider, especially in summer months. Armor is heavy. If you're not in good shape, it's going to wear you down. Armor can also restrict movement. The thicker it is and the more area it covers, the less mobility you will have. And again, your overall physical condition will have a factor in how much restriction you have to deal with. So you will have to decide for yourself how much comfort you are willing to trade off for concealability, flexibility, coverage, and threat level protection. And number 5, how much is this going to set me back? Armor isn't cheap. The higher the rating and the more coverage you get, the more it will cost. Just like with everything else in life, Basically, you get what you pay for. If you buy really cheap armor, you'll get really cheap armor. So be ready for that. I'm not saying you have to buy the top dollar stuff that's available. Do shop around for good pricing, but be cautious. If it seems like it's too much of a bargain, it probably is. Basically, be a savvy shopper. Also, never buy used armor. Even if it's never been fired on, you have no idea what it's been put through by the previous owner or how long it's been sitting around collecting dust, mildew, God knows what. And you just knew that I had one more for you, didn't you? Call it number 6 if you will. Just a few food for thought nuggets here, encouraging you to be smart about this. There are many cities and states that have as many legal restrictions about armor as they do about firearms. Make sure you know what those laws are before you try to buy anything. Also, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. Body armor is referred to as bulletproof, but it's not really bulletproof, is it? It's only bullet resistant, and it can be defeated. So don't go thinking you're indestructible because you put a vest on. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any further points pertaining to the video, please feel free to post them in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up. Easiest way to show your appreciation. Share it if you can and subscribe if you are new. And be sure to hit the bell icon so you can be alerted when new content comes out. And do check out some of the other videos if you get the chance. You may find something interesting, and I hope you do. If you would like to help this channel out, there are links for that down below. Every little bit helps, and I sure do appreciate it. I can also, by the way, be found on another channel called Coffee Talk. Check it out if you get the chance. There is a link for that down below as well. So that being said, as always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.